What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 14 of our Cincinnati Reds franchise. In this one, I got some big news. You guys have probably already heard about it. Matt Harvey is a Cincinnati Red. Can you believe it? We called it, guys, in like the last few episodes, like episode 9, I think it was, which is weird because my favorite number is 9 and blah, 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 and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to me. So, Matt Harvey is a Cincinnati Red. He actually pitched really well against the Dodgers, I thought. Only 2 strikeouts, 4 innings. But some good signs out of Matt Harvey. And honestly, some people might not like the trade, but I actually do. I think it makes sense for the Reds. Low risk. You know it. I mean, your pitching's already bad, right? So you might as well get a guy in there like Matt Harvey who has a high ceiling. Maybe he'll figure it out and be his Cy Young former self. Maybe he'll never win a Cy Young again. We don't know that, right? So there's a whole bunch of question marks surrounding Matt Harvey. So might as well take the chance and go get a guy like that, bring in that savvy veteran to help out these young guys. They did option Brandon Finnegan down, which is not surprising because he didn't, he wasn't doing so hot himself. So in this episode, guys, I want to revisit that trade offer, but instead of offering Jose Peraza for Matt Harvey, I'm thinking about doing the exact same trade. Now, a lot of you guys might not think that that's a good idea for us, given our current situation with the Reds. We're not doing as bad as they are in real life, but if we decided to trade over Devin Mesoraco, he's hitting .261 with 9 home runs, he's still having a pretty good season for us, right? But Tucker Barnhart is our guy. He's just our guy. And at the very least, maybe we can recall Tony Sanchez up to the major league level. He is in Double-A, still producing the same amount of production offensively as Mesoraco is at the major league level. So obviously that's not going to last. I mean, look at Mesoraco's peripheral numbers there, and his attributes are way better than what Tony Sanchez can bring us. But, he definitely does bring us a little more defensive prowess at catcher, same age. So I think we should do it just to stay within the realm of reality. Obviously, I don't want to make every trade that the Reds make in real life to this series because we're going to be in a different place. I'm betting we're going to be in a different place after this season's off season with the players that we sign and the players that we move and all that. So, but for the sake of just getting Matt Harvey into this roster, I think we're just going to go ahead and make this trade. So let's go ahead and see if the Reds actually will do this. Actually, what I meant was let's just see if the Mets will actually take the trade. Matt Harvey for Devin Mesoraco. Well, I just want to see if they do it. Okay, yeah, so they would do that. So let's just do it. We're offloading a bunch of salary as well. We're going to get Matt Harvey into the roster. Bada bing, bada boom. So Matt Harvey, you are a Cincinnati Red as of today. So let's see, where is he at here? Okay, so he's 68 overall. Who are we going to bump out? Are we going to bump Finnegan out? I don't want to bump Garrett out, even though he's at 5.58. I mean, maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe that's what we need to do. Bump Garrett out. He's at a 5.5. Finnegan's pitched a little bit better. Romano, you could probably make a case for Romano, but let's just bump Garrett out of the rotation and get Matt Harvey in there, and then let Amir Garrett take on that role that he's already doing in real life as the relief guy. So there's our rotation. I actually just want to see real quick, because I like to make sure after some of these trades what the rotation is supposed to look like, guys, because when you add a guy in, so it will go it'll go Castillo, Finnegan, Harvey. It should go Romano and then DeSclafani. So that should give Romano and DeSclafani some time to heal up. So that's pretty good. I like where that's at. I mean, I guess we could move Harvey up in front of Finnegan, but Finnegan's ready to go today if we needed him to. So that is your new look rotation, guys. So as you guys can see here, though, we are at the trade deadline. So we're at July 31st. The last time you guys saw episode 13 was right in here when we ended up making some moves. And I just wanted to see how the new look Reds were going to do for about a month. We're already past the All-Star game. Eugenio Suarez and Raisel Iglesias were All-Stars off of the Reds, so we did have some representation. But for the sake of this series, guys, I do want to move it forward quickly so that we can start really diving into improving this Reds roster through off-season moves and free agent signings and what have you. So let's now take a look at the new look Reds production. So I just want you guys to see how everybody's doing, and then from this point, after we kind of get an idea of how everybody's doing, I'm going to leave the trade discussion open for you guys in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think we should do as far as trades go. Do you think that we need to move a guy like Raisel Iglesias because he's 28 years old, guys? And by the time that this Reds offense, not Reds offense, but the time that this Reds team is good to go for contention in the playoffs, he's probably going to be about 31 years old. So are we just wasting years out of Raisel Iglesias for something that is almost pointless, really? If we can bring somebody in for Iglesias who's a little bit younger that could contribute to our team by the time we're ready to compete for a playoff spot or a World Series, the trade would make sense, right? So Luis Castillo still killing it with a 2.82, 1.20. He's actually picked it up in real life too. It's something about his arm angle. His arm slot has changed, so he's back. I'd like to think that he's back. Billy Hamilton, I did see some comments in the last couple weeks here about trading Billy Hamilton, and you know, maybe in real life that makes sense, but for us, he's producing for us. 271 with 30 stolen bases. Like, you can't really argue with that. Plus, he's still young, 27 years old. The fielding, the reaction time, the defense. I mean, Billy Hamilton's a good player. And although I understand why you would want to move a guy like Billy Hamilton, but for us, I don't really see the point in that. So make your case. If you really think that Billy Hamilton needs to be on the move, make your case. Eugenio Suarez, still only 26 years old. I think he's probably a mainstay for us at the hot corner. I mean, just look at those numbers, guys. He can pick it, and then he can play some good offense. I mean, the guy's a good player. Scooter Gennett might be a guy that we want to move. Maybe. That way it opens up the door for Senzel. Maybe we move Peraza to second, allow Senzel to play short. There's some options there, but Scooter Gennett, 27 years old. The guy can hit, though. The guy, that's all he's ever been able to do, really. He's definitely offensively gifted. 27 years old. Not so much going on here this season with a 238, but you know, Scooter's a tough, scrappy little player, and I do like him, but you know, maybe he's a guy that we ended up moving. Peraza, 23 years old. He's starting to pick it up offensively for the Reds in real life, and not doing so hot for us, but you know, I'm starting to come around to liking Jose Peraza. Tucker Barnhart, we just traded Mesoraco, so he's not on the block. DeSclafani might be a guy that needs to be on the block, though, at 27 years old. We do have all that young pitching. DeSclafani might be a good trading chip, 27 years old. He's kind of, you would classify him as almost a veteran at this point. So he would be a guy that we'd want to move. But as I'm talking about this, guys, you guys can see their stats, and just to kind of get an idea of how everybody's performing. Now I want to look at some of our middle tier type of guys, like Sal Romano, 5.92, not good. 5.58 for Garrett. We just moved him back to the bullpen. Brandon Finnegan, he does have a winning record, more strikeouts than innings pitched, which is always a good sign that you're getting people out. But again, guys, it's the walks. It's the walk issue. I mean, it's not a good ratio in my mind. Robert Stevenson, that's a good ratio. We were talking about him at the beginning of the season about his walk issues, guys, in the major leagues. 53 walks to 86 strikeouts, not good. And it looks like he's figured that out down in AAA. 124 strikeouts with 52 walks, 5.0 or 4.09 ERA with a 1.5. That's pretty good, but the wins and losses not showing it. So maybe this guy is a late September call-up, just to get him some innings here late in the season, just to see what he's got. 25 years old, love to see that young arm. produce for us. Matt Harvey, 29. He's actually not pitching too bad. With a 2.9 and a 1.2, he's going to be pretty good for us, I think. And then we got Daniel Wright pitching pretty good down there. Nick Treviso. How do you guys say that? Treviso? Vance Worley pitching good. 30 years old. He might be a September call-up too, just to try to, you know, make some moves with him in the offseason. Maybe somebody likes his arm as a depth guy. Hunter Green killing it right now down in AAA with a 2.8 and a 1.2. Look at the strikeouts to walks. That's big time. That's what you want to see out of a guy like that. 18 years old too. Like, he's only going to keep getting better. Look at the plus attributes right there. Everything across the board is plus. That's good. That's really good. So he's really going to be a solid guy for us in the future. Justin Nicolino, he might deserve a call up here soon too for maybe some bullpen help. I mean, look at those numbers. Those are really good numbers. Chris Rodriguez, we traded for him in that Adam Duvall trade. 2.70, 9.4. I like it. I like it. Got to work on the strikeouts to walks though. I don't like that. But he's going to be a pretty good player for us down the road as well. Vladdy Gutierrez, and then Ariel Hernandez. I mean, they're all pitching pretty solid. They're nothing to write home about, but yeah, I mean, we got some young arms in there. We got some things to look forward to here. Tyler Mahle, 9 and 8 right now. I feel like he needs to be rated a little bit higher, guys. Like, OSFM rosters really rated him really low. 57 overall. I mean, he's a starter right now for the Reds. It sucks because I wanted to be able to use him. Cody Reed, 3.4, 66 strikeouts, 60 walks. That's really the book on Cody Reed for sure. Just a lot of control issues. Ricky Davis, single A ball. So, yeah, I mean, the Reds pitching has gotten a little bit better since we last saw them. Kyle Crockett starting to give up some runs, though, in the bullpen. He might be getting tired. 65 innings. Zach Weiss, 11 innings, 0 earned. Gotta love that. Jared Hughes still pitching well. Austin Bryce pitching really well for us, too. 1.9 ERA with a 23 innings pitched. Michael Lorenzen, really, he's still struggling up here. And the case that I wanted to make for Lorenzen, we could possibly move him to be our closer if we decided to move Raisel Iglesias. And I say that because look at the stamina, 28 stamina. He's a guy that, you know, as you're going to be your setup man or your closer of the future, he can definitely hum it. So he can bring it up there with high 90s fastball. He's got some good stuff. You know, he might be the guy of the future at the closing position. Wandy Peralta, 5.4 right now with a 1.7. Not the good. Dean Kuykheffer, not doing too bad down there in Double-A. Rafael DePaula, Double-A level. Gallardo, this is pretty funny, guys, because he's actually a closer. I put Yovani Gallardo as a closer for AAA. He shouldn't be, but I did it anyway. Kevin Shackelford pitching well down in AAA. He was pitching at the Double-A level, and then we called him up to AAA, and he's not doing too bad himself. Jimmy Hergé, closer down at the Double-A level, pitching well himself. So all of our young guys, so the long and short of it of this, guys, is that our bullpen is starting to come around with some of our younger guys. Our starting pitching looks like it's turning a corner a little bit. Maybe this is a guy that we want to move, is DeSclafani. There's not really anybody else that I want to trade out of here. I really don't think a trade of any of these starting pitchers except for DeSclafani would make sense. Iglesias, like I said, we could trade him and put Lorenzen in at the closing position. So that makes sense to me. Votto still killing at 322. You already saw Scooter's numbers. There's Phil Gosselin as our backup. Suarez, Senzel hitting 240. That's an okay rookie campaign so far, halfway through the year. He's not doing too bad for us at backup third. And then, let's see, Kevin Maitan at the Double-A level for us. 262, 5 home runs, 14 ribbies, 6 stolen bases. Not too bad. At 18 years old, he's only going to get better, guys. That's what I like to see. Jesse Winker for us, 249. So he's still kind of struggling a little bit with everyday playing time, but Taylor Trammell is slowly sneaking up on him here with a 262, 13 bombs. He's hitting pretty well. Tyler Goodell, not doing so hot down there. Yeah, so there's your left fielders. I don't see Winker losing his starting job whatsoever. So let's just see how Forrest Wall's doing. Forrest Wall, 284. Nice. He should be getting pluses all across the board, and he is. So he's playing well down in Double-A. Keep going, Forrest. We like your batting average. Keep going. Billy Hamilton, you guys saw that, 271. Scott Schebler. I want to talk about Scott Schebler here real quick. Look at the ribbies total from this year to last year. 67 at 30 home runs with a 233. 66 ribbies with 20 home runs at 263. So what season would you guys rather have? I'm thinking it's this season, even though the home run totals are 10 less right now. But, I mean, think about this. We're halfway through the season, and he's 10 less than a full season in 2017. He's on pace to hit maybe 35, maybe 40, with more RBIs, higher batting average. Scott Schebler's really turned the corner for us. And I remember I was dogging him at the beginning of the season saying, not for my team, he hit 233 with 30 bombs. Half of those ribbies were home runs. He's turned the corner. He's definitely turned the corner. He's become more of an overall balanced type of hitter. And I honestly don't see Scott Schebler being moved for our team in this franchise series. So there's you guys, Cincinnati Reds roster organizationally. There's a look for them. So I want to open up the floor to you guys. That's going to be it for this episode. I'm not going to advance past this July 31st trade deadline. I'm not going to go past it until I get a string of comments and telling me, hey, consider this trade, consider this trade. And from this point, so next episode, episode number 15, you guys will actually see some of the trades go through. What trades those are going to be, I have no idea, guys. That's just going to be part of the fun. So I'll see you guys in episode 15. Leave a like if you like this thing. I know that some of you guys might not be for the Matt Harvey trade, but I want to keep it. I have to do it, right? I mean, I called it. Matt Harvey to the Reds. We were looking at it and thinking about it and thinking about pulling the trigger. Even offered Tyler Goodell for Matt Harvey, and they would have done it. So just by having Matt Harvey here in a Reds uniform in this franchise series, it satisfies me. So gotta have him in this rotation, gotta have him on the team. So leave a like if you like this thing, guys. I'll see you in episode 15. If you like it, you love it, you want more of it, and you're new to the channel, you know what you gotta do. Hit that little red button for subscribe or my logo, and I'll see you guys in the next one where we'll actually be making the moves official. As always, peace.